Do you know what's gonna happen?
Right now we're in an isolated location in the mountains of western Maine, and we are on day 7 in production.
It's a story about a young man named Robert Foster who he's had a difficult childhood and a difficult life, and he's grown up to kind of be a detached man. He doesn't spend enough time with his wife, and he ends up kind of being drawn into this supernatural house.
Cool with that?
So my name is Casey Turner, and I'm playing Shannon Foster. I play like the sweet maternal wife. They're expecting a child. She's 3 months pregnant, so she's sort of really filling out that role of the caretaker. And so since his father's died, she's right there, you know, trying to get him to open up to her, and then stuff goes wrong.
There's been such a great buzz about it that buzz is starting to emanate not just within the Portland area, but on a national scale. And that's allowed us to bring in people like Ann Bobby, who is best known from one of my favorite horror movies, which was Clive Barker's Nightbreed. Well, I think ultimately, if you're gonna make movies in Maine, it has to be a labor of love. We shot in -4-degree weather on a back road with a little girl who was in a paper-thin night dress. It was a car crash sequence. But then trying to look out for her safety and trying to get her in and out of scenes in 2 or 3 minutes so she didn't freeze was logistically difficult, especially with the fact that the blood was freezing before it even hit the ground.
I was pretty much frozen. And I had to lay on the ground, but they did put blankets under me so I wasn't fully on the ground.
Because we're shooting and living together at the same time, it's been such a communal experience.
It's kind of like summer camp. This is so isolated out here. I mean, small town, very quiet, woods, mountains, snow, and after 9 o'clock, nobody is around.
Well, to shoot a haunted house film in an actual haunted house has been a very surrealistic experience. Kind of coming in, I was a little bit skeptical, you know, are there ghosts, are there not ghosts? I will tell you, one of our actresses has seen some floating orbs. She was woken up by them at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Both my wife and I have experienced the old man on 2 different occasions.
There's definitely there's a really weird energy here, so it's cool, but I mean, nothing harmful, but there's definitely something going on here.
I'm thinking that the spirits are kind of nice because other than my snoring, I don't think people are getting disrupted very much. I'm Daniel Noel, and I've been acting now in Maine for, oh my God, a while. This script is good. Just a lot of heart. It's an old-fashioned horror film where the acting is actually good and you care about the characters, so it's really neat.
I think the biggest reason I have an issue with modern horror is because it's not character driven. With the Hanover House, I'm trying to tell a strong story about characters, and just when the audience is really hooked on them and they've gone through this emotional roller coaster, then we introduce the blood and the gore.
Action! Patience! Where are you, honey?
3, 2, 1, action. Just hold it. Hold it. You got it?
Yep.
All right, I got it. Cool, let's get clean up on some blood.
We call ourselves Bonfire Films, and it's a collective of people that Corey Norman has put together throughout the years.
Corey is the chairman of the new media and communications department at SMCC, so he's certainly on fertile ground for new talent, for actors and actresses.
Every single one of my crew members, with the exception of my gaffer, is a former student of mine.
So it's so cool to see just so many people come together and give everything they got to this, and yeah.
You know, we're all here doing this because we love making movies, and if something, great were to come out of it, that's awesome. But worst case scenario, we made a movie and had a blast doing it. And, ultimately that's why we do what we do.